Hi friends, it's Amy and I'm so excited to share with you my latest planner obsession, the Hobonichi Techo 2018 Cousin Spring Edition. As many of you know, I have loved doing bullet journaling since January 2017, but felt that it was taking too much time to set up, and to be honest, I think I just needed a little change. So when I saw this Hobonichi at PlannerCon in March, I thought long and hard about it as it is pretty pricey, but I totally caved and now I am absolutely in love with it. It has weekly spreads, monthly spreads, daily spreads. It's just amazing. It's A5, the same size as my bullet journals, but the calendar pages are already marked, which is wonderful for me. It's broken down in monthly first, then weekly, then the daily pages, which is what we're jumping into now. Obviously, I have taken the most time on the daily pages. It's with the most amazing paper. It's called the Tombow River paper. And I wanted to flip through these daily pages because I wanted to show you how they have been coming together. I use random things like ticket stubs, stickers, my favorite pens. I make people sign in it. I also have been including business cards and random things like earthquake. I've been stamping in it and just having a really fun time. This to me is exactly what I have been longing for. And it's such a weird thing to say, but I feel like a lot of this comes from my obsession with cutting out pictures when I was younger and pasting stuff in. Somebody made me this awesome sticker of the cover of my book, Leslie, and it was so sweet of her to do that. But I'll put in all kinds of things, and during the process of creating these pages, I've been trying to make it so that I don't put too much pressure on myself. As you can see, there was a little bit of bleed through, so I just covered it up on the other side with a sticker. I had stamped using one of Jack's stamps and it messed up, but you can also see that I go to Sage a lot for lunch. I wanted to also just use these different techniques that I wanted to try out in my notebook and in my planner and really just have fun with it. So I wanted to show you here that I stuck some stuff in, Sage again, but I thought that it would be fun for you to see how I actually decorate some of these. There's a lot of flip outs of things that I either want to cover or, there's not too many highly personal things in here, which is why I'm able to show it to you. But I think that's the beauty of it, is that you can make it however you want. It's just up to you to figure out how you want to document your life. I want to use this sticker book, which is available in a lot of places and Staples. I think that it's in Hobby Lobby. It's linked below in case you have trouble finding it. It's a wonderful sticker book with 1,400 stickers, and you can just use them on your pages as you please. So I love the idea of incorporating a little bit of everything into these pages. My favorite spreads happen to be the ones where I have a little bit of stamping, a little bit of watercoloring, some lettering, random souvenirs, such as this Whole Foods sushi salmon sashimi tag from the sushi that Jack had. So you see that I'm having a little bit of trouble with this palm tree, and it's basically because it's kind of delicate and I know that it will rip if I go too fast or pull it at the wrong angle, but I got it. All right. It ended up sticking a little bit to itself, but then got resolved. There was a little bit of ink there and it was bleed through, so I covered it with that scissors sticker. Oh, that's a tongue twister. And now I'm going to cover part of that bleed through with this palm tree sticker here. It doesn't really bother me. So the ink that I used that did bleed through, I think it was too saturated. But I have found that other inks don't bleed through, and that makes me a lot happier. So it's just about experimentation. And because I got so excited about going into this and diving right in, I haven't really seen too many videos. I have to say though, when I was at PlannerCon, the girl who taught the Hobonichi class, I have to figure out who that is. I follow her on Instagram now, and she's just so inspiring. But with the Instagram algorithm, I sometimes don't even see her pictures, which is a little frustrating. If you haven't been following me on Instagram, why haven't you done that yet? I post a lot of these, and I've been getting a lot of questions actually on Instagram about the Hobonichi. So I was hoping to answer some of those here today. Let me try to figure out who got me into this, because she taught a class at PlannerCon and I got completely addicted. But I will find it and link her below and let you know. Okay, so these stickers, it's great too because you can gently peel them off if you mess up on placement or anything. And it comes off pretty easily as long as you don't press it down too much. This paper is like magic. I wish I could describe it to you, but it holds watercolors and generally does not bleed through. You can use Sharpie on it. You can do the fountain pen thing, which a lot of people do, but I personally just am using this as a way to document my days and really have fun with the whole process. Use my supplies just like I did with my bullet journal. I really wanted to make sure that I was maximizing the use of all the different types of supplies that I had and using them instead of saving them or hoarding them or collecting them, but really using them in a fun way that is great to look back on, but also doesn't it take too much time, because the last thing I want to do is spend all my time decorating and planning and not living, right? The whole point is so that you can live your best creative life by allowing yourself some time to work on these spreads, but you also want to be doing the fun stuff. You don't want to spend your whole time writing lists, or maybe you do. I mean, I'm a really good list maker usually, but what I found is that with this system, I haven't really been that great about jotting down my to-dos in the weekly spread because I still use my Google Calendar. And I've been spending a lot of time with these daily pages, and it's been so therapeutic and so wonderful. And I know this is part of how I make a life I love, just like that sticker says. And I think that a lot of you find that that's true too. One of the comments, though, that I keep hearing is that, oh, well, my day-to-day is so mundane and I do the same things over and over again. I don't really know how to make it fun. My suggestion to you would be to use your fun supplies. Make a page out of maybe some prompts that you see. There's all kinds of challenges online that if you're not feeling like documenting, I went to work today, I commuted, I went grocery shopping, whatever. If your routine is pretty regular all the time, then, switch it up by doing something different with your prompts or with your supplies. I mean, I don't find that I run out of ideas for my planner. Sometimes I don't feel like doing it, and that's okay. So I could not do so much journaling, or I could use a photo to tell a lot of the story. Or I can just use my supplies. I'm sure there's many of you who have lots of supplies and want to figure out where to put them. So this would be a good way to do it. I'm just going to speed this video up a little bit because I want to show you how I'm decorating it, but I don't want it to be a 45-minute video of me chatting about this Hobonichi and how much I love it. But really, I think that once you find your groove, I still have so much love for the bullet journal. I'm just going to take a little pause from it right now. Congratulations to all the people who can keep multiple planners. I just don't have that ability right now to do that. So it's not on my radar, and certainly I can use the spreads. Oh, another thing I want to show you is that this fits into my planner pouch. So the same way the bullet journal fit, the Hobonichi fits too. So I haven't gotten a cover for my Hobonichi just yet. If you have any suggestions, as much as I want an official Hobonichi cover, I'm just not ready to dish out the money that it costs yet. I just want something simple to protect it. I really just want a plain yellow one, if I can find it. I've been looking on Etsy. I've had people send me some recommendations, but I just think that for now it's going to live in my planner pouch, and that's where I keep it. That way I can have all my supplies like the washi tapes handy and my tape runner, etc., and all my stickers that I'm using and the pens. So I think I'm okay right now, but the other idea I had was, hold on, let me just show you what the pens I'm using. These are the Faber-Castell pens, and I've got everything linked below in case you are curious. The reason I'm using these pens is because somebody said that they work great and you can highlight over them, watercolor over them. You just have to wait until they're completely dry, but it doesn't take very long to do that either. So I have been enjoying using these pens throughout. I also obviously still love using my Tombows and broke those out too. I'm one of those people who just loves using all kinds of supplies. I don't have one of those things where I'm like, oh no, I just can't use this other brand. I know that some people are like that, and that's okay. But to me, if they're good supplies, I want to use them. I think that I've been enabled so many times. I'm like, oh yeah, I have something similar, but that's good too, so I'll try it. Of course, the Tombow markers are my absolute favorite because they just come in amazing colors. I've been on a black kit recently though, so a lot of my journaling is done in black in here, as you can tell. And I add some color with washi tapes and stickers. So however you are feeling about your planner process or your journaling process, if you feel like you're in a slump. Oh, another thing I wanted to say about those who feel like their routines are so routine, you can always, I believe this, you can always choose one thing that's great that happened during the day, right? So you can just highlight that one thing. Some people have suggested doing highs and lows. I tend to try to focus on the positive. Obviously, bad things happen to me and I have my own struggles. And sometimes I will definitely include them if that's part of the day. But for the most part, I find joy in the mundane things. I love going to Whole Foods and, just all these little things I get great joy from. I don't know. I wrote holy guacamole on the other side because I made some really good guacamole. And, you just want to celebrate the little things. I think that's what this hobby is all about. Oh, I had to take out my little clip there so that I can write. These are my clips from my newest collection with American Crafts, Sunshine and Good Times, and they're really fun. So this Tombow marker that I used here, I wrote burned sage. That was the first time I had done that, and I love the process. I'll continue journaling here, but I really think that so much of this creative outlet is finding what works for you and making it so that your life is better because of it. I get comments all the time saying, oh, well, so nice. You have time to do that and blah, blah, blah. It's like, yeah, you just make time for what is important to you. What's ironic is I'm putting this feeling good coffee cup or teacup, whatever you want to call it, in there. But I have been off of caffeine, no coffee, no tea, since January. Oops, look, I kind of messed up. Coffee. So let's just fix that F there. Another thing about making mistakes is that you can always figure out how to fix them. Don't get too hard on yourself or too down on yourself if you mess up. I mess up all the time. That's why I use a lot of stickers, because then I like to cover them up. So I haven't been doing caffeine, coffee or tea, and I have not been doing sugar, and I've been trying to do no gluten. And we're just trying different things for, health and wellness. I've been going through some health things that I just would rather try fixing with my diet first. Let's take a look at where the status of the Hobonichi is now. You can see here that the pages when I first started had a lot of journaling, and I really wanted to make sure that it was jam-packed and full. The pages just called out to me to try different techniques. I hope you feel inspired to try some of your own. And definitely keep in mind that this is a personal journey for everybody. Obviously, we all do different things. I write down and log different things. I happened to see Tully, and it was amazing seeing the movie and then talking with the cast, and it was just sort of surreal. But there's also these little things that I do where I document my food and going to Queen Bee Market and going to run a 10K. I think that right now for me, my health and wellness is most important. So I log my running, I log my food, I log just happy things. This Crazy Rich Asians event was amazing. Got to see the movie, and you guys, I cannot wait for it to come out in the fall. And they did promotion for it very early. And I also have a very awesome collaboration with Avery coming out for back to school, although it will be available in June. So there's a lot of good things going on. My studio's clean. And I think that I'm just going to play catch up on a few pages here. And if you enjoy these types of videos, please let me know in the comments below. If you have any questions or tips you want to share about the Hobonichi or just planning in general, please do in the comments below. I love hearing from you. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up. If you haven't already, please subscribe. And hopefully I will, in the next video, have made a little bit better progress with the weekly spreads. Like I said, I just did not get a chance to focus on it before. So I hope you feel inspired to keep those creative juices flowing, and thanks as always for watching. I feel so inspired and invigorated. Thank you.